Hello everyone and welcome to Canadian Redneck Channel. My name's Dave and today we have another project that we're working on. As most of you know, I've got a old Mauser 9x57 rifle that was my grandfather's that I've been using for hunting, and I could have had it drilled and tapped for scope if I wanted to leave it original, so I went looking for another hunting rifle for me. I'm a bit of a Milsurp fan, and being a Canuck, I figured it best if I had a Lee Enfield. So I was able to come up with a 1927 Ishapore #1 Mark III. It has been sporterized and it's drilled and tapped. Has the 11mm dovetail on there, so all set to fix up with a scope and so on. A couple of little things we got to do first. Right off the bat, the buttstock has a little bit of wiggle to it, so I figured it'd be best if we had that in there nice and snug. Looked at it the other day, took the forestock off, tightened the screw up in the buttstock. I could get about 1/8 of a turn on it, and then the forestock won't go back on. So I had to loosen it back off, and it's loose again. So had some ideas on how we might go about fixing that. So I'll get a camera angle set up here so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll get started. First thing we'll do is remove the magazine and the bolt. Set those aside carefully. And we'll remove the trigger guard and bottom metal from around the magazine. Up here at the front of the sporterized forestock would be about halfway back on the original one. There is a screw here that connects to this band. Whoops, connects to this band around the barrel here. There, our forestock is off, and you can see the notch in the back of the stock here. Try to get some light in there. In the back of the butt socket, right here, there's a little square piece that protrudes. That is actually the squared off end of the bolt that runs through the back of the buttstock, holding it in place. And that is why it can only go in 90-degree increments, is because the back of the stock here is squared out, and on this one there's a little metal insert in there. My first thought was I could shim in between the end of the stock and the butt socket here, and then I had another idea that I think will be more satisfactory. Open up the oiler hole in the back of the buttstock, and I'll be able to turn this screw out. So rather than putting a shim at the front of the stock, I'm going to put a shim under the head of the bolt. I came up with a shim piece from a tractor axle actually, but it fits the head of the bolt well, so I will just trim a piece of that out and we'll try that first, see how it goes. Yeah. There we go. Excellent. Tighten up the buttstock, and here's the nub square, so that our forestock should fit. Excellent. So we're going to get our ring lined up on the forestock. Reinsert the bolt. Bolt head just simply snaps back down on the rail. And the rifle's reassembled. We have our rifle reassembled, and the buttstock is nice and tight in the socket again. So that's a pretty quick and easy fix. Basically free. I just had the materials laying around. It'd be really cheap to pick up a little bit of shim stock somewhere if you needed to make one yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video. In our next video on this rifle, we'll be installing a scope mount and a scope. So stay tuned for that. Hit us up with a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends. And as always, have a great day.